I woke up this morning very excited to go get an Americano. I have a free coffee at this local coffee shop here, and baby, I am cashing in. I started drinking coffee 2 years ago when I moved to my parents' house. I never thought I'd be a coffee drinker, but here we are. I like it black. I really love an Americano. And if you're feeling a little sassy, add a little maple syrup to that thing. I'm telling you, a little maple syrup is going to change the game. One of the baristas put me on, and I kind of haven't looked back. Today, I just felt like, I don't know, you guys. This is just more of a casual conversation, YouTube, because I have so many thoughts on my head from the transitions that are coming, turning 37, being single, no children, moving out of my parents' house, starting a new job, stepping into a new career, taking my social media to a different level. I have like all these thoughts in my head, all good things, and I just need to talk about them. But first and foremost, since my hair has been growing back post chemo, my current stylist, which I have two stylists in two different cities, that's just how it goes. Cause let me tell you this. Shout out to the women of Detroit, because baby, they do hair like no other. Get you a Detroit hairstylist. So my stylist has been focusing on just growing my hair back in a very healthy way. So when my hair got of decent length, I started getting silk presses again. I had got it like cut. Can you guys hear me? Let me fix this mic. I didn't know how this was going to work out. Let's do this. So when my hair started growing back, I started doing silk presses. When my hair originally started growing back, I had like that, natural curly style. It went from waves to curls. And so I had got it cut in like a natural curl cut. I don't know what they call them, but for the girls that wear their hair naturally curly, there's a specific haircut that they get. So I had that for quite some time now, and then just kept letting it grow and grow and grow. And about 2 years ago, it grew to a really great length, but it was kind of all, different lengths because of that cut. So we cut it like a bob to just make it a little more even. And I was with a different hairstylist at the time. So just trying to still nurture my hair and things like that. And I think somewhere between then and now, my hair just still needed more love, of course. So we're really focused on continuing to let it grow and just grow and grow. And I had like some split ends, and then of course you can tell where your hair needs to be cut at the bottom when it starts to become like more see-through. But we're just continuing to like let it do what it needs to do, because one thing I have grown comfortable with, having lost it all, and I never would have imagined having ever lost any of my hair. I never would have opted into shaving my head by any natural like decision. But since I've been here before, I'm okay with it being cut now. So like if it has to happen again, or, we got to make some changes, I'm okay with that. But we're pretty much keeping it a little low key right now for the time being, doing some good deep conditioner treatments and different things like that. So it will just continue to just grow and grow and grow. And my roots are getting just healthier, and that we're doing crochets. We're crochets and braids, just like very minimal styles, very protective styles. I really want a French roll so bad. I don't know when I'm going to get one, maybe sometime this summer. I love a French roll. I've really been like loving all of the styles from the 90s. And I grew up in that time, right? I was born in 89. So just that to me is always going to be a timeless look. Just like I call it low effort natural beauty, because the girls back then weren't really doing much. They were just like naturally gorgeous, naturally beautiful, and then just embraced what they naturally had. And that's how my dad raised me to be. My dad did not let me wear makeup, nails, or weave until I was 16. So in high school, I wasn't able to do any of that. I'd get a pass here and there on the nails, or I think like gel nails came out around that time when we were in middle school. So, I got a little pass there, do my little press-ons or whatever. But the way that he had me, it just forced me into appreciating like how I naturally looked. He didn't want me to grow up faster than what I was or anything like that. So he really drilled that into me. And I guess you could say it stuck. Some days I'm like, am I a little too comfortable? Because I'm really out here looking like, I'll get on these YouTube videos, y'all. And to be honest, I am to the level of comfort where I would wake up and talk on here with a bonnet. I'm not going outside with one, but I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with me. But I do personally have to find that fine line, right? Of like, okay, girl, you are comfortable. And what are you, demonstrating or saying to others in the world about who you are? Because I will come on here very much in my workout gear, comfortable in a pajama set, respectfully, in 2 seconds, and say what I have to say. I've stopped letting the things that would normally keep me stuck. When I say I had to let go of perfectionism, I think I went all the way left with letting it go, because it really kept me in a chokehold, and it kept me back from doing so many things. I had so many great ideas that I never really executed on because I got stuck in my mind about wanting it to be perfect, wanting it to look perfect, wanting it to look a certain way. And then my mom used to tell me too, like, she wouldn't even go outside to the mailbox if she didn't at least have lipstick on. So like different, beauty metrics along the way, beauty standards, different standards I set for myself, standards my parents had set for me. In college, my dad had paid out of pocket for my college education for the first 3 years. And he had an expectation of me that if I got anything less than a B, I had to reimburse him back for the class. So maybe that's a little childhood trauma that resided over my life as I grew up, because the standard of doing well was so high. I didn't get paid for good grades. My dad told me that was the expectation. I saw other kids getting money, and I'm like, okay, I lost 3 teeth and I did this and this and that. Like, where's my $10? And my dad's like, what $10? I'm like, got you. So that perfectionism really just did not do me good. It did not do me good. But I've grown out of that. I am very comfortable with myself and who I am, showing up on here on YouTube without a script, without a filter, without all of the bells and whistles, has given me more freedom because it's given me more confidence in my voice. And I still have a few moments where I'm like, I don't know if that video was the video, or I don't know. I maybe rambled too much or said too much. So I still do have many moments where I'll catch myself, but the difference is now I don't stay stuck there like I used to. I don't beat myself up about it. Excuse me. And I just keep moving. And every day that I choose to continue to show up for myself on here in real life is an opportunity to continue to keep going. So I look at everything as like the awareness and then the opportunity. And of course, like the things that I want to pivot and change, I can just continue to work on and pivot and change. But there's just no such thing as perfect, quite literally. There's no tangible measurement to the level of perfect. And I like the quote, done is better than perfect. And I've been leaning on that quote because there's certain things where it's like, okay, if I can get it done, let's get it done. And I'll be reaching a point soon where my content will be shifting based on my location, based on my environment, since I'm moving out of my parents' place, based on just wanting to have a space and an atmosphere that reflects my creative brain and what I need in my life, especially for this season. So knowing those factors are going to be shifting, I already know my content is going to be shifting, and the conversations and the level of depth that I want to be able to have now. I'll be transparent too. I've enjoyed talking about like the transition with work because it was happening for me in real time. And I'm real time kind of moving on to the next thing. So I want to enjoy sharing that transition just as much. I want to enjoy, I guess you could say, is it not hope, but I want to, I guess, enjoy showing others what's possible. Because sometimes we need to be reminded, we need to be able to see what elevation can get us. We need to be able to see what a bold decision can get us, taking a leap. We need to be able to see like what outlandish looks like and know that it's actually really not outlandish. It just feels that way because it's outside of the box. It feels that way because it's not the safe decision. It's not the decision of 99 people. It's the decision of one. So oftentimes we need to just be able to see what that looks like and see other people doing it in real time, to feel encouraged, to feel pushed, to show and know that, yo, we can do this too. I can make this decision too. I can leave my job too. I can prepare my exit too. I can prepare for the next thing, right? And a level beyond that where I'm at even now, I'm low key preparing for 2027 a little bit. There's some special specific things that I want to do in 2027 that this leap has propelled me to do. And I'm telling you, 2 years ago, when I moved back home to Michigan, left Atlanta and moved back in to my childhood bedroom, I would never have imagined or fathom who I am today or wanting what I want today. I don't know if I ever even gave myself permission to think like this, to take action like this, to do 100 days on YouTube. Mm, I don't think I ever gave myself permission to be the one and not the 99, like go off the, beaten path. And so because I'm doing this like right now and it's happening in real time, I almost feel like, why not? Like, why not just want what I really want and not what looks good on paper? Why not just give myself the experiences? I say so often, we know how short life is. We know how precious life is. And when you battle a diagnosis that can take your ability and quality of life away, when you get it back or you get another chance or another opportunity, you want it to be what you want it to really be. You don't want it to be based on the measurement of other people or their thoughts or opinions. You don't want to opt in and say, yep, I'll do that. And it's not what you really want to do. You don't want to come from a place of people pleasing anymore, because when you people pleased, you realize what it cost you and it didn't get you further. Saying yes to everybody else, saying yes to all these extra responsibilities. Yeah, I'll take you here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, I'll pick up the kids. Yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I got you, girl. Yeah, I'm free. No, you're really running on fumes. You really aren't free. You're not available, but you're not trusting yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be honest. You're not setting a boundary and just saying no. You're choosing to just pick up all the toys and everybody else's floor and put them in your toy chest when that's not where they're supposed to go in the first place. They're not your toys. Stop picking up other people's toys. And I'm in this space now where it's like, man, I did that for so long and look what that got me. Breast cancer it was a wake up call. It was a really big wake up call, and it continues to still wake me up. It'll be 5 years in 2 months that I will have been in remission. And out of those 5 years, the past 2 years, honestly, really, the past year has shown me more about myself than I could have ever imagined and taught me things about myself that I never knew, I did not understand. And going through grad school right now, too, in some of these courses, learning about some of the theories of everyday people, how we think, how we make decisions. I'm actually applying some of those things to my life in real time. And I'll definitely make another video on that and share that soon. Excuse me. But I realized like there's just so much beauty to who we are. And when we go through hard things, what we can then take and mold out of the hard thing and how we can reshape ourselves like clay. And I'm reshaping. I'm legit reshaping. And it's the most beautiful little masterpiece that is coming out of this reshaping and this decision and this yes and just permission and freedom and choice and awareness. All of these words are just like literally embodying my mind right now. And I'm just like, I did not even realize how much I needed any of this and all of this. So as things just start to pivot and as I'm transitioning, like I said, respectfully out of my parents' place, that feels different. Change feels funny. It's exciting, but it's also like, I've nestled in and I got really comfortable here for almost 2 years now. It was an uncomfortable adjustment, right? Going from one life to another and having to make sacrifices. I had to make a lot of changes. What was that? Oh, that's the mic. Girl, see? Okay. That was the mic. I was like, what was that? It was uncomfortable having to make a lot of sacrifices, having to make a lot of changes, having to reduce a lot of things, having to step in to be a caregiver. These were uncomfortable changes. And I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for the changes, because of course I'm grateful for my parents having an open door for me and welcoming me and Cardi back in. I'm just saying I can be grateful and understand and respect what it cost me, but also how it propelled me. All of those feelings and emotions can exist in my thoughts right now, and they do. And I even look for like long term of like the changes and things that I'm doing now and how it will benefit my family, how they will be able to feel a little more comfortable, how, some of them will be able to get out of survival mode. So these jumps and leaps, as much as I say, like, of course, I love the term self-loyal over selfish because I believe selfish has like a negative connotation to it. People can use it to kind of be like a backhanded comment, and I don't like that. But being self-loyal, just it enroots and ingrains your trust. It shows that you're putting yourself first, and it's not a selfish decision to make. It's actually a very mindful decision to make, because usually when you can put yourself first, you can support others better, because you are coming from pouring into your own cup. You're feeling more clarity, you're feeling more healed. You have already set your boundary, like, oh no, I can't do that this morning, or oh, I haven't had my devotional time yet, talk to me after 9, or nope, let me finish these tasks and then I can be right with you. Because that's a bubble. That's like an encapsulation of just love and protection and peace. And it's like, okay, my cup is full. Let me pour into your cup now. Now I can pour into your cup without feeling resentful for doing it, without feeling like I'm on fumes, without feeling like I'm burnt out for making the decision to like simply pour into your cup. So these are like just the random thoughts that I've had. And my last random thought, y'all, because I know we talked about hair, I really like this crochet hair, but I don't love it. It came pre-knotted. I'm gonna tag the hair if y'all are crochet girlies so you can check it out. It's definitely, crochet has grown on me over the years. I hadn't had it in probably like 5 years, 6 years or something like that, since like 2019. So when she said crochets, I was like, okay, so this is like my second crochet style again. I tried human hair this time instead of synthetic. And of course, I love the human hair. It feels fantastic. I just don't love how this requires me to have like a little bit of leave out on the top, because you can kind of see like the braids, and they come pre-looped. The loops are already so thin and little, and then you have the hair, which is already fine. So it's not like she could tease it or like cover it up a little bit more. So that's my only little gripe with that. So I'm gonna tag them so they hear what I gotta say, and maybe they make some changes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what type of loving influence we have these days. But I'm about to go in here and get this Americano. I just wish you guys a beautiful day today. Wherever you're at on your journey, I'm just wishing you so much love and light. If you're new here, hit the like, comment, subscribe button and just share with me, like, what does this season look like? What does being self-loyal to yourself look like? You know, what changes and things do you have going on in your life right now? Share with me in the comments. Let me know. And until the next video, I will talk to you guys later.